In fact, let me go across to Priyank. He's been tracking the investigations into this very closely. Priyank, even as the probe continues, you must give a sense, as we were speaking to one of the former police officers also, this is an area within a few kilometer radius of the High Court, the Supreme Court, one of the biggest trade fair centers, which is Pragati Maidan, but also the police headquarters, which is at ITO, shows the audacity of this loot.
Yes, certainly, Meghna. We are going to give a live perspective to our viewers that what could have happened. We are on the same stretch of the road which comes from the Lal Killa area, from where these occupants boarded the Uber cab. And this is the main entrance which our camera person will show you, which goes inside the Pragati Maidan tunnel. So there you can see this is the tunnel which is going towards India Gate, and you can clearly see that G20 board is also placed there. So the car was moving here from this direction, and the car entered from this particular route on which we are traveling right now. There's one security guard who's sitting there on the left hand side. So he's a private security guard who have been placed here to keep a tab of the situation. But the moment the vehicle entered from this particular route, the occupants were not at all aware that what could have happened to them. Then we won't go further, Meghna, but we will show you that the car was moving from this direction. It was being chased by two of the bike riders who were right behind them. When we will park a car on the left hand side, we will show you that this is the location. This is the location, Meghna, where the car was intercepted by the riders on the motorbike, and they moved towards this particular location. And at this location, you can imagine in this particular stretch of the road, which is a heavy road, where there is a heavy traffic flow early in the morning, there was someone who was trailing these people, and right there in between one of these pillars, the robbery happened. This is the road which leads towards India Gate. This is the road which leads towards the center and the heart of the national capital. And the moment we move from the ring road and we move towards this particular location, we can see that the robbery incident happening. One of the CCTV camera which has been placed at this location managed to capture this incident of robbery. So this newly built up tunnel was the location which was spotted by the robbers to commit this kind of robbery. So very horrific thing. These are the CCTV cameras, Meghna. These are the CCTV cameras, Swati, which has captured the movement of the vehicles, the registration number of the vehicle which was being used by these robbers. So time and again these kind of incidences happening in the national capital, where the robberies are happening, the audacious robbery attempt which has led to lakhs and lakhs rupees which has been robbed by these assailants is quite clearly seen. We were standing at the ring road, and the moment we moved inside this stretch of 1.5 kilometers of tunnel, which does not have mobile internet connection. I certainly remember a few days back there was a death of a bike rider who was moving towards the India Gate, and his bike rammed inside one of the pillar, and those callers who were trying to help the bike rider could not make a PCR call or to the emergency response team because there was no mobile internet connection. Why isn't so that this particular 1.5 kilometer stretch of the road has been left by the Delhi police officials? So many questions are being raised. Yesterday also we saw that many incidences of stabbing happened. The Delhi police have been trying to portray a picture that they have a foolproof mechanism. But at this location, on both the side of the carriageway, you can see the kind of traffic movement is happening. This is not for the morning hours. This is not for the evening hours. This is the situation of the traffic which is there 24/7. So certainly there is a major lapse in the law and order situation mechanism which has been provided by the Delhi police officials, which we are trying to highlight this. This particular tunnel was much more awaited tunnel, which has become a crime hotspot for these robbers to commit this kind of audacious act. But still, after 2 days, There's no clue with the Delhi police officials that who these people were. They are not able to find that who were these robbers. They are not even able to find that how they will be able to, as it's the suspect. It's one of the biggest concerns which we can show it to our viewers right now.
Absolutely. Now, in this particular case, Priyank, the robbers knew everything about the bag full of cash, about the route that these individuals were going to take. But just look at what is happening in the national capital. Murders on the road, firing, gang war, now robbery. There is a genuine concern, politics aside, a genuine concern when it comes to safety.
Certainly. They haven't, if you talk about the data of the previous year, there was series of recovery which was made by the Delhi Police Special Units, which was Delhi Police Special Cell and Crime Branch. There was series of things which were recovered from the gangsters. But what we have quite clearly observed, that there's nothing which is being recovered in a major quantity. The armed culture, the gun culture is certainly rising. Those criminals are able to commit the crime. This is the route. Once again, let me once again show it to our viewers. From this side, the vehicle which was an Uber cab, the Ola, cab app-based taxi service was coming, and the manner in which these bikers are coming behind the vehicle, something like this could have happened. This incident has happened in this particular tunnel area where the riders were trailing them, and the moment the taxi entered in this tunnel, which is a 1.5 kilometer long tunnel built up, which was gifted up for the people of Delhi, has become such a spot where the robbers have managed to commit this kind of heinous act of robbery. But even after 48 hours have passed, the Delhi police is certainly clueless regarding the robbers, who these robbers were. They have been tall claims which has been coming up, but nothing is quite clearly seen on the ground. And near one of the pillar of this tunnel, I would request my camera person to just move on this side, because the vehicles are coming on very high speed. The moment the vehicle turned towards the right-hand side, they were robbed, they were stopped, they were ambushed by these robbers without any fear of the law. And imagine the vehicles, those motorbikes moved towards the India Gate. India Gate is supposed to be the most high secured area of the national capital. The robbers certainly had that kind of audacity that they moved towards India Gate without having any kind of fear that they can be apprehended, they can be stopped by anyone. So certainly, very serious thing caught on camera. We have brought these visuals for our viewers so that they can understand that they also need to be very much aware, because the claim which has been coming out from the law enforcement agencies are just a claim. Nothing can be seen on the ground as far as they have been assuring the safety to the people of the national capital.
Absolutely, you're right about it. This is one of the busiest tunnels in Delhi. I cross it every day. In fact, when I come to office, to have this kind of an audacious crime happen in broad daylight, it does raise several questions about safety and security in the very heart of Delhi itself. Priyank, be safe. This is a very busy juncture where you're standing, so we'll let you go now.